they're also my way of just relaxing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, you play games, I play games with my friends. You know, walk your cat, I walk out with my friends.
Yeah, exactly. I used to Dota all night and I would dream about Dota all night.
Yeah, so every time when I stream, like when I game offline, like I don't stream, I would record my own gameplay just in case anything happens.
Smart.
For some reason. Don't experience very heavy stress.
Whoa.
Teach. Now, moving forward, so there's so many ideas, so many things that we want to do for Gank and for our own brand as well. But that begs the question, how does one deal with burnout? From a content creator side and from your side?
For me, I am a gamer myself, so it's like a natural way for me to, cure myself from stress and burnout. So every night I do play games. Plus, I'm a very chill person. I tend to know how to forget about things that are like hard or stressful on me, kind of thing. So I think I'm a bit more easy and chillax. Yeah. Also cats. Cats.
So pets and games.
Yes, pets and games. Important.
Kind of hard because I get you, like gaming, alleviates the stress, but at the same time, when you're such a content creator and you're a gamer, you're also thinking, I want to play this game and relax, but maybe I should stream it. And then you start
I do have that kind of thing, the dilemma and stuff.
You have to force yourself not to stream it.
Yeah, so every time when I stream, when I game offline, like I don't stream, I would record my own gameplay just in case anything happens. So I would just like put it up online. Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah.
I should do that. My struggle is usually like, I'm gonna relax and play video games for 2 hours, and then I'm thinking after the 2 hours I'm gonna regret not streaming it. Maybe I should.
I try to put off that thought. But because every time when you stream, you will have the thought of like trying to produce something, and it's another form of stress. Yeah.
So yeah, gaming and pets. What about you, Caine? What do you do to alleviate the stress?
I somehow, for some reason, don't experience very heavy stress.
Whoa.
Teach me.
Maybe because I know how to manage myself. I know that I'll be uncomfortable, so I will move away from it rather than continue that discomfort. So when I finish a meeting, it's a tough day, I'll just put away my phone. I know that that's the problem.
Yeah. I think I can relate to that. That's why I don't feel like the ultra burnout kind of thing. Yeah.
If I'm scrolling at night, like watching YouTube, I switch off the sound, I put on the subtitles. So I read until I fall asleep. I'm still absorbing, I'm still getting content, but I'm getting it in a way that will make me doze off.
That is
It's self-management. I have a self-managed system to manage stress.
Does that kill your eyesight?
Yeah, I mean, it does. Yeah, it's one thing could lead to another. Yeah.
Sacrifice.
May not be the best suggestion.
It's the sacrifice.
Disclaimer.
Yeah, it's a sacrifice.
Do not try this at home.
For me, I love games as well, but that also brings other stress. But don't take it so seriously, you don't have to win every game.
I try not to play competitive games.
Yeah, exactly. I used to Dota all night and I would dream about Dota all night.
Oh my god.
Then you stress about it and you think about how to rank up.
Exactly, and not only that, it's not the game that gives you the stress. Sometimes your team that you're matched up with gives you the stress, like, oh, okay, I need to do better. No, I don't. Actually, you know what? Let's just enjoy this, Yeah, so it's up to how you view and manage stress.
I actually don't, back then I didn't know how to manage burnout very well. So I was like depresso espresso most of the time. But nowadays I learn already how to deal with burnout, and it's basically when I reach a certain point of stress, I will take 1 to 2 days off. Means I'll notify everybody like, hey, I'm gonna take a day off. I'm gonna be offline. Means throw away your freaking phone. Okay, I'm not gonna look at work. I'm not gonna look at friends.
So it's like a shutdown.
Yeah, it's a shutdown. But when I do the shutdown, it's pulling myself back into my own reality. Means taking care of myself, feed yourself, take as much sleep as you want. If you want to do physical activity, which is for me is rock climbing, then I'll go do that. Do it for a couple of hours and then come back and just basically try to recover yourself both mentally and emotionally. You can do like play your favorite games where I don't play competitive when I'm trying to do my shutdown. So I play a game called Stardew Valley. That is my therapy game, literally therapy game. Okay, I'll spend hours on that, just listening to like calming music, play the game, breathe, just like, okay.
I think I resonate with her and with Stell as well. I think being your own entrepreneur, your own boss, you have the freedom to work really hard to move things, but then you also have the freedom to dial things down when things get too crazy. So I guess that's the perks of doing this. Aside from that, take my cat for a walk sometimes.
Yeah.
And,
Your cat's walking you.
yeah. And I have my therapy game for now. It's Baldur's Gate 3.
I mean, you can do anything you want.
Yeah.
That's true.
When I opened up Steam and I saw like 300 hours in, I was like, oh my god, this is too much.
Damn, you're stressed.
You said something about having the freedom to be able to control your stress. Because being a content creator, you are your own business. And then because you guys are the founders, it is your business as well. But then it's a struggle also because you have the freedom to stagger your stress, but at the same time, you feel bad that when you stagger your stress, you're also staggering productivity. How do you deal with that?
I think you need to be a bit more organized in your day, I guess. I think consistency makes sure that you have a baseline level of stress that you don't,
That's also
go over.
balanced with the baseline level of productivity that you achieve.
Yeah, I think just set a number of tasks that you want to achieve that day consistently. Like you just look back.
I think it's also got to do with personal growth as well.
Yeah.
And realizing that when I was young, everything irked me about my business. I would go and move here, move there. People say I was Tasmanian devil. I would just move from one place to another, solving a problem. And every problem is a big problem. So as I had personal growth and realized that I don't need to attend to everything. Like the other day, this is not so good content, but things happened on the platform and I was just nonchalant about it. I was just, okay, I know the right people are fixing it. I can't do anything about it. I'm just gonna have my cup of coffee. And it was a good cup of coffee. And I remember very pleased with myself for not getting absorbed into it. I felt I've grown up.
Because you trust your team.
Yeah, you
know
trust your team.
Hired the right people for
You
the
don't
job.
not so fidgety about small little things or everything. Yeah, I think it's if you focus on personal growth and you congratulate yourself, you're aware that you have grown and keep working on it. It's a work in progress. All right, and that's how you manage stress.
So basically, there are things that you should be agitated about, and there are things that
Yeah.
It's like consolidating the fact that, different people should be handling different things. Because if you're kind of immersed in every single thing, you're going to be stressed by everything, every
hit
single
burnout
thing.
faster than you expect.
Man, I feel like everyone has already said everything.
Really?
But out of everyone's opinion, I resonate the most with what Caine said about your personal growth and everything. You said when you were young, you used to be very into every single issue. I used to be that. Rina knows me from 5 years ago when I started cosplay book the first time. I'm telling my friends who are helpers, I'm come at this time, you're late. I'll be so angry at you. Why is this not here? Why is this not perfect? And eventually I realized that's not the right approach to do so. You're gonna get burned out so much faster. You're not gonna enjoy what you're doing. And I guess when the pandemic happened, it allowed me to reflect a lot. So coming out then, I was like, okay, this is something that's supposedly a hobby, but I am trying to look at it full time. So I need to manage myself, have fun with it. I have friends that help me, and I really rely a lot on my friends because they help me reflect back on where I'm going. I discuss with them what kind of content I should make, and then from there onwards, they're also my way of just relaxing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, you play games. I play games with my friends. Walk your cat. I walk out with my friends. Yeah. But in general, I'm a 90% extrovert, by the way. So I get a lot of energy from people.
I get a lot of same. I get energy from people, and then once there's no people there, that's when I crash. And once we leave the event, I'm like, oh my gosh, no more.
Check out your extroverted friends, guys. This is a PSA.
Are you guys extrovert or introvert?
That's a good question. This is content.
Okay, I'm extroverted.
Woo! Okay.
Team
Supposedly,
extrovert.
yes.
I'm completely introvert.
Okay, so we're split down the middle. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Just because you're an extrovert or an introvert doesn't really necessarily dictate who you should be in this content creator realm. Because, we're content creators, we're extroverts, and you think all content creators are extroverts. That is not true because we have two amazing content creators here who are introverts, and they choose to use the energy that they have socially to create amazing content. But it's different levels of balancing it out with rest as well. Wherein founders of Gank, we have an extrovert who you think, oh, you're an extrovert. Why aren't you creating content instead of making it for other people? but you use it in a
I am
different
creating
way.
content. I'm helping others creating content.
Exactly.
I'm effectively down the
Content and it's the content.
in the assembly chain, you know?
You're an introvert, but you also still like seeing other people use the platform that you create to create more content.
I'm an introvert, but it doesn't mean I don't like talking with people. I like the interactions one-to-one tend to be like, go into depth,
Okay, this is a really interesting topic. If you weren't in the content creator business right now, like as a content creator or as a founder of Gank, what do you think your career would be?
So there's two. The very obvious one is because I dance and sing as a K-pop idol, obviously. Or anything to do with music, like even like music producing. I would love to learn Cholo, please teach me. I have another one that's totally off guard. I told Rina this just now as well. And I realized that like I did James's makeup and like I really like seeing people's proportions and helping them feel confident with themselves. And where does this go? It's a bit controversial, but I think I would be a really good plastic surgeon.
Wow.
No, that's okay. That's okay because you're helping people, either tackle their insecurities or you're making, beauty, making people fit the standard of beauty they want to achieve, right?
I mean, if you ever thought about plastic surgery, you would be afraid that you're going to be molded into something that everybody thinks is beautiful, but that's not the case. You have your own proportions, you have your own beauty, which is really cool. That's why I think it's really cool.
To put it simply, like even with haircuts, you see all these cool haircuts, but then realistically, they're not gonna fit every face shape. You have to know people's proportions, right? So going to that, actually, so your parents wanted you to be an architect. So what would you be if you weren't a content creator?
I would definitely want to be a Japanese any song singer.
Japanese
In particular, because like I enjoy watching anime. I did actually audition for a few things before last time. And talking about this event, EFA, they actually had an audition almost 10 years ago. They had an audition to become an any song singer. Unfortunately, I fell sick during that day. So I was really desperate and sad, and I just like cried my way back because I managed to like reach top 5, which you get to perform on the stage. Yeah, but it's just things like just things work out, and then I just went back and I just like.
So you would have been like a full-time Annie song singer.
I would hope to be. I'm not sure if I can be, but that was my dream. Yeah.
You're the first person I know that wants to be a full like Annie song singer.
But it kind of crushed myself last time when I failed.
Let's go to karaoke. Let's have Caine answer. What would you be doing?
I don't know. I was destined to be an entrepreneur.
So entrepreneur.
When I was young, my godmother told my mom that I would be owning my own business. I think if I was stuck in a deserted island, I would still have my business.
You sell coconuts.
I would probably sell coconuts to the fishes, or the whales or the monkeys.
So it's really in you.
To build something, to evolve something. I think that's what I meant. That drives me in business, to build something meaningful that people want to use. I think that's the satisfaction about it. Like now I'm in events. When I build an event and I see the kids running around it, taking photos, playing, I'm like, okay, that is my ultimate satisfaction. Build something.
I think it's the way our thought processes work.
Yeah.
You need to be kind of like a clinical person, and you are very clinical when it comes to how when we work together. That's really interesting. A lot of us would be either in the music field or it's still arts.
It's still art. It's still building something, yeah.
I actually spoke to Al about this too on the way here. But actually, honestly, to tell you guys the truth, this is actually my dream job. Being a content creator. This is actually what I was so passionate about when I was like 16. Doing this job is honestly like a dream. But if I weren't doing this, then I would have followed my parents' wishes, was to either take over their business or to basically do an office job 9 to 5, mundane life. Yeah. But because that was what my mom wished for me, for my dad knew I had a like-minded entrepreneur side of me. Around 16, I would actually like buy and sell my own kind of stuff to my high school friends. So I actually do make like a small business on my own. Content creation has always been something so important to me.
So you really have that independent vibe going about you. Like if you weren't making your own content, if you were the content creator, you would probably have your own business. And I relate because that's how I survived college. I was buying sneakers or like really cheap sneakers, I would restore them and then I would sell them again.
I did the same thing, but my target audience was cosplayers.
Working in product like for 15 years, what I realized from that is I would love to be a digital nomad if I wasn't doing this. Yeah, like just go anywhere, work from anywhere, like making money online, creating software, online software.
So like you would have been a programmer.
Well, I was in products, but I wouldn't program my own software. I would work with engineers. Yeah, yeah, that would be enough to start to commercialize software and sell it. Yeah.
Let's take that out. Let's say you weren't in the software business.
Yeah.
What would you be? Like, you can't do that. Like, absolutely no software
No software.
at all.
You told me you wanted to be an indie game designer.
Yeah,
Oh, that's there.
Yeah, you could.
I guess it counts.
Yeah, there are lots of ways people make money online, like indie game creators. You can publish on Steam very easily nowadays.
Actually.
Or I could make some useful tool for creators, maybe a small tool. Like I don't know. Yeah, there are lots of. They call this indie hacking.
Yeah.
So you're just basically a 1-2-man setup, and then you go about finding problems,
To solve.
right, to solve, and then you create a tool for it, and then you see how much people are willing to pay for it. That's true. Yeah. So you
It's
could.
like a hackathon, stuff like that.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
would try to see where something could go wrong, and then you offer like solutions.
Yeah, it's actually a movement. So if you go on Twitter, you can find a lot of indie hackers posting their progress. Today, I signed up one client. I had extra $100 this month, something like this.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting. I didn't know there was that side
Yeah,
of programming or like game development.
Yeah.
That brings us to the final question. What does creator chats mean to you? You know, what we're doing now, having us in this setting.
Our mission in Gank is really to support the community. And because we ourselves had good support, we are a startup in Singapore, the best place in Asia to start up. We have already had almost $500,000 funding from Singapore government, and we have been invited to many events, and we feel special, right, as a startup, thank goodness. And banks came to us, we got a lot of support. But when we look at the creator economy, we don't see much support. And we feel that we need to develop tools and programs to help creators, and that's why we have Creator Chats. We realize that it's a platform to put you guys on a pedestal, and to showcase to everybody and also help other creators at the same time. And that's why we have Creator Chats, we have Creator Grants, we have Creator Collabs that we're trying to develop. All these programs are so-called startup incubator programs. We experienced as startup in Singapore, and I think it's like a give back to the community, what we have been receiving. So that's what it means to us. It's just one out of the many programs which we will develop to help you startups. Yeah.
It's like a startup that helps other startups, because
Yeah.
as creators, we are technically startups on our own.
This whole today's talk is quite an eye-opener and a very meaningful meeting as well. Other than having like a back and forth, we're actually discussing, planning, or even thinking about new things, like topics that we talk about. And it's just, I'm very happy to be here to be able to learn from everyone here today. So I find this conversation very meaningful. Yeah, that's how I see it.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we all feel the same way. Like, we are very happy to be here, to be able to meet the gang founders themselves, which we probably never imagined to ever be in. Yeah.
So exclusive. If I could think of a word, the only word I could say is this has been an honor. Yes, so many creators in Gang, and we are the ones sitting here discussing about it. And I think really finding out you guys' objective from the very beginning, why there's no search recommendations or anything like that. I think that is like an eye-opener, right?
Yeah.
And it also allows us to really understand how Gang works, create our content a little bit more, understand how to use it, and I guess it puts us on the same track as you guys even further to reach where we want to go.
That's true. There's so many things that you guys shared that people weren't even aware of. Like, we don't have a search recommendation thing because it's hard to do. That's easy to do. That's easy to program. It's an active choice because we want people to be supported by the people who want to support them, for real.
Yeah.
We had it in the very early days, but I mean, you can, you know, if things evolve and progress, we'll see.
Depends
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
temperature of
Yeah.
the industry.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah. So did you enjoy the?
Yeah, I enjoy it. I mean, I'm always curious about the creators that we engage with.
Yeah.
So this is a very nice and very, well, I guess it's important for me as well
Yeah.
to talk with you guys. Yeah.
And we have these things because also we want to show that
Yeah.
up until
Yeah.
late,
Yeah.
we haven't really been, we created a content team to add more personality and show the personality of the people behind Gank. And it's really nice that we were able to be given an opportunity to showcase the personalities of the people who founded Gank.
That's true.
Yeah.
And even creators who, yes, you see their content all the time, but seeing them out here just, put on the spot and, asked to answer questions that you guys aren't normally answering.
That's
And,
true, yeah.
That's true.
Thank you so much, guys, for being so
Oh,
open.
thank
and
you for
willing to
having
share.
us. It's definitely worth taking a bus in the early morning, flying us to say,
No, it's definitely worth not sleeping as well.
But yes, also, you guys, thank you so much for being here. And it was really great getting to know you guys. And Gank creates an opportunity to humanize also us content creators. And it's also something that you guys can do. Like, that's why we also did the creator chats to kind of humanize and show that, the people behind Gank are not just robots. We have personalities as well, and we have hobbies. We play video games. But yeah, thank you so much, everyone. And thank you. And hope you guys enjoyed. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. We're going to be in AFA. So if you see content when we're walking around AFA, I'll be walking around interviewing people, creators in and out of Gank. They might be in there too. We might catch one of the performances from Ristel, and yeah, see you guys around. And this has been Creator Chats. I'm Cholo Tolentino, your host, and we'll see you in our next video.
Yeah.